Guys, so for today's video, we are going to be looking at the lessons that you're learning right now. I figured since, this is Mercury retrograde, there's going to be a lot of things coming up to help us complete and close out lessons. And this is a timeless reading, but at the same time, I figured this was the perfect time for this reading because of Mercury retrograde going on. So anyway, we have 3 piles, 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And also you can find my Amazon wish list and my PayPal account in the description box below if you wanted to donate to the channel. I really do appreciate all of the people who have been here to donate to my channel and who have really helped out a lot, far more than you know, by doing so, because a lot of what I'm doing on here is free at the moment, and it really does help for me to be able to keep going and doing this. So thank you guys for that. And thank you guys for being here to watch and to share, like, and subscribe and to comment, because all of that helps, and all of that helps to grow this channel as well. And I really do thank you guys for that. So let's get started with pile 1. Oh, and I did get some new stuff on my Etsy shop as well. Finally, it took me a long time. Okay, so for pile 1. What lessons are you currently learning? I feel like you're learning to believe in yourself, to believe in the magic, to believe in the signs and the synchronicities. You are really questioning what you do believe in, what you don't believe in, what's real and what is not. And I feel like you are learning that a lot of things you may have used to have thought were not real are real. You're also learning that no one deserves to have your love and your light and the beauty that you give to this world, the purity, the magical essence you have within you, unless they can respect the thorns as well. And I feel like you are learning to be more accepting of other people's thorns. You are more accepting of the beauty that lies underneath, and you are more accepting of your own beauty that lies within, and noticing that some of the things you used to think were so horrible about yourself are not that bad. Maybe other people made you really feel bad about yourself. You felt like you had to fight. You may be defending yourself in some manner as well during this time. Defending your honor, defending your beauty, and the best thing you can do is just to keep your head up and held high and walk forward, and to not acknowledge any of the people trying to drag you down to their level. I feel like you're learning a lot of lessons about how important it is to shield, cleanse, protect your energy, how important it is to take calculated risks instead of just going off on crazy adventures. Crazy adventures are fine, but you got to make sure that you are doing some calculations there as well. Getting away for the weekend will help you clear your mind. 6, 16, 27, 33, 42, 49. So you may be taking some time to yourself, or if not, you should be taking some time to yourself. Maybe you're learning that taking some time to yourself on the weekend is one of the best ways to perform self-care and to protect your energy. Because when we are taking care of ourselves and loving ourselves, our energy is far more protected in general, but also putting in that extra work to protect your energy is going to be very important for you right now. We have R, A, J, O, E, R, Joe, Jar, Q, W, Where, War, Z, I don't know why I was thinking of Nazis just now, R, D, Rod, Rad, Raw, Dare, E. Yeah, you're daring to do more, daring to dream more, daring to be more, and daring to leave behind any limiting thoughts or beliefs of the past right now. G, C, joke, George, Y, coy, joy, D, doy. I was going to say doy too. I don't know why, but like, duh. U, P, up, cup. You're learning how to fill your joy, or your own cup, with joy. You are learning how to not let the external forces drag you down, and how to maintain your own positive vibrations without other things affecting it so much. There may be some people here who live in a war zone. There's a lot of war zones in this world right now. There may be some people here who live in a war zone, and and even if that war zone is like an actual war zone, or if that war zone is like your house that you're living in where everybody is constantly fighting and at war with each other, you are learning how to be joyous, learning how to protect your energy, learning how to take time away by yourself to help you and to grow you so that you can deal with everything going on in your life. We have Edgy and Edge as well. Edgar, Joanne. Yeah, you're learning how to enjoy the journey and how to not focus so much on the negative aspects of things that are going on around you while still fighting for the good parts. It takes two. I believe in us now. I believe in us. I love you now, I always will. It doesn't matter what's happening, I'll be there still. I love your soul deep down inside, the one you try so hard to hide. I see it shining, filled with light. I see the dark in there too. Just like mine, you have one too. Sometimes these things, they can catch us off guard, but it can really hit us hard. But those things helped us learn and grow, lessons that life wanted us to know. Sometimes things survive the storm, but only if they are given form. James. And stage 4 chronic liver cancer is written on here as well. I wrote it on there when my stepmom was telling me about my dad having that. I'm going to read this one more time because I kind of really butchered it. It takes two. I believe in us. I love you now, I always will. It doesn't matter what happens, I'll be there still. I love your soul deep down inside, the one you try so hard to hide. I see it shining, filled with light. I see the dark side in there too. Just like mine, you have one too. Sometimes these things, they can catch us off guard. It can really hit us hard. But these things helped us learn and grow, lessons that life wanted us to know. Sometimes things survive the storm, but only if they are given form. So, I feel like you are believing in something that you feel like may be too good to be true right now. You may have held back your emotions a lot in the past, and you're really wanting to express those emotions now. You're really wanting to express yourself and your truth. You're really wanting to give something in your life form, something in your life beauty. After all the pain and hurt and hardship that you had to go through to get where you are, you want to give it beauty and life again. We have the owl, so we have some people here may be learning about some gifts that they have, like some claircognizance, some clairvoyance. The owl really makes me think of claircognizance, though, because it's not just a knowing, it's a knowing with great wisdom and insight and perceptiveness. You are really learning and understanding why other people may have lashed out at times, why they felt defensive, why they felt a need to defend themselves or protect themselves, or why you felt the need to defend yourself or protect yourself against lower energy forces, lower vibrations, or against things that just felt like they were going to hurt you in some way or going to hurt someone else in some way. People are really learning to see things in a new light in this pile. We have patience and we have routine. Patience is one of my virtues, whether I realize it or not, and I call on it now to soothe my nerves and bolster my stamina. When a trigger arises, I smile at how unaffected I am. I am about to display such a magnitude of patience, my in-laws won't even recognize me. But if they do, I have that backup pirate disguise in the closet. I actually have a pirate outfit for Halloween. Routine. I cultivate a consistent daily routine and then enjoy the healthy family dynamics that follow. From routine comes stability, from stability comes sanity. And as Mother Teresa once said, with sanity we can save the world. Not really, but let's not ruin the vibe, okay? Actually, I feel like if we stopped calling everything crazy, there might be a lot of amazing changes made in this world, because far too many people with gifts are labeled as crazy and put on medicines from the pharmaceutical companies that are not only gaining riches and greed and power off of this, but they're also gaining it for drug dealers too. Because do you know how many crackheads that I have known in my life that started off on Adderall and Ritalin? Because guess what? Those are basically meth in small doses. And once it doesn't work anymore, or they can't get it anymore, they go get meth. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. You are really learning to have a lot of patience, learning how to instill a better routine into your life, learning how to not lash out and react, and to rather take a moment to think before you respond to people. And you're really surprising a lot of people around you with everything that you're learning. Alone time, finally, use your space wisely. It's time to use your space wisely, to really enjoy the time you have to yourself, to really take time to take care of you, and to follow through on the things that are best for you. Beauty and abundance flows all around you. So you're really learning that it's your perspective, and that it's the way you're seeing things and the way that you're looking at life that really affects your life around you, and what you're creating and what is being made into existence in your life. You're learning a lot about manifesting in this pile, I feel like, as well. You're learning how to really use the time that you have to yourself for things that are important to you, and to build yourself up, or to build towards whatever goals you have. And you are really starting to see that there's a lot of beauty and abundance all around you everywhere you look. We have the Fool, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. You have learned how to take a leap of faith, I feel like, on yourself, and on your abilities, on your skills, on your knowledge, on the tools that you have worked so hard to gain and grow and build. And there's a lot of abundance coming into you. We have a lot of eights here going on in this pile. There's a lot of abundance coming into you. And it's for all the hard work that you have worked, all the hard work you have done, all of the learning, all of the knowledge building, all of the skills building, everything that you have done to grow yourself, to build yourself, to extend yourself, to network. All of those things are paying off right now. You are really feeling like you are sturdy, stable, strong, confident on your own, and you don't need anything or anyone else around you to be able to feel good, or to feel stable, or to feel strong, and to feel connected. You have a lot of faith, you have a lot of drive, a lot of persistence. You are very, very independent at this point, and you are learning how to stand strong on your own, and how to take leaps of faith towards what you want to build and grow, without worrying about the opinions, the thoughts, the ideas of anyone else, and just going after what you feel is right. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys had to say about it in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. By the way, if pile 2 felt drawn to pile 1, or pile 1 felt drawn to pile 2, here's your thing, because there was a few things I was feeling that could be connected. So, I feel like for pile 2, you guys are really coming into a more calm state when it comes to expressing yourself. You guys are really starting to see a deeper meaning behind your words, and how much they affect people when you speak. I feel like you are somebody who really has had to do a lot on your own. You have had to work so hard to build something from the ground up with no help from the outside. I feel like your entire life you really have not had many people around to help you learn, to help teach you, to help show you how to do anything. And I feel like you really have had to learn how to do most everything on your own. You could have had a single parent growing up, a single mom or a single dad. You could have been somebody and they had to work a lot because they had to pay the bills, they had to take care of the other kids, things like that. I feel like you are learning just how lucky you are to be this self-made person. Even though there's a lot of negative things that come with the way that you had to grow up and the way that you had to do things, there's a mass amount of positive things. I have met a lot of people in my life who really did have things handed to them. Everybody assumes I've had everything handed to me because I'm so well adjusted, I'm so balanced. I am not an addict, I am not an alcoholic, I am not somebody who's throwing my whole life away. I am, I'm able to keep my peace, I'm able to keep my stability, I'm able to continue forward, going after what I want, regardless of anybody's thoughts, opinions, or anything else. And there's a lot of people who feel like I've just had everything handed to me because of that. Really? How did I learn to do anything I'm doing right now then if I had everything handed to me? I've met people who had everything handed to them, and generally, they are busy throwing their entire life away and running around doing drugs or drinking and throwing everything in the trash, and not appreciating anything that comes their way, and really feeling like they are so abused and so hurt and so unloved. And really, that's sad, because they had all those things that I didn't have, and vice versa. I had all the things they didn't have. I had the ability to be independent. to learn how to do things on my own, to not have somebody hovering over me like a helicopter every second of every day, so that I never learned anything on my own. I never learned how to stand on my own 2 feet, because there was somebody always there to catch me. There was somebody always there to tell me how to do things. There was somebody always there to question whether or not what I was doing was a good thing. And instead of instilling that sense of freedom, that sense of independence, that sense of confidence, they took it away from them by always being there. There's a nice, happy, balanced medium in the middle there that is really good. But at the same time, there's very good things about both sides as well, and there's bad things about both sides. And there's bad things about the middle, but it's less dramatic on the bad and the good front when it comes to a balance in those things. An offer is coming. And we have this little alien. You could be a starseed. You could believe very heavily in starseeds. You could believe that you are just not from this world. You don't belong here. Like your home is elsewhere. And you may be in communication a lot with wherever you feel like your home is. You may be somebody who talks very heavily to your ancestors, to your God, to your spirit guides, to your angels, things like that. You pray a lot. There's an offer coming in for you. An offer coming in that's going to change your entire world and how you view everything. And I feel like you are somebody who is just very different. You stand out very much from everyone around you, especially in your ability to be able to stand strong on your own and do things and come up with things yourself. We also have this little star here. You may be a caregiver, you may be a volunteer, you may be somebody who works really hard to help others and to help lift them up and raise them up out of the bad situations in their life. You are somebody who really stands out and shines. You are somebody who really does a lot of good in this world. You really do a lot of good for other people. There may be a job offer coming in. There may be some sort of offer from a person coming in. There may be some sort of offer coming in, though, because of your ability to do all these things and because of who you truly are at the core. And it's up to you on whether or not you are accepting this offer. Listen to your intuition first and foremost, and allow yourself to make the decision you feel is best. Although I will say most people believe during Mercury retrograde, if things from the past come back, not to accept those things, to give it some time and space and think about it first. But if it's something new coming in, it could be something really good that is ready to shift your world. Yeah, you're very grounded, very stable, very solid. We have D, E, desert. I'm hearing desert. Desk. Like I was saying in pile 1, there could be some people living in a war zone. So if you are relating to that, go to that pile as well. And that's a war zone, whether that be your own house or an actual real war zone. But desert made me think of that. Dew, dust, dub, bud. You could be somebody who self-medicates as well, and you may not believe in pharmaceutical companies too much. You may like to do it the natural way with the natural things that were provided by our God to help heal us. T, G. Of course, doctors were provided by our God too, so you know there are good things about both. And there are some bad things about both. Wed. You could be getting ready to get married. An offer for marriage could be coming into you. Success. Kiss. Best. West. West Coast. I was hearing West Coast. West Coast. Now I'm hearing West Coast choppers. West Coast. I'm thinking of like Tupac and Biggie and things like that right at the moment. Uber. Pride goeth before a fall. Hanging on to pride, that's not a fun ride. Holding it tight, does it hold you right? Say sorry to the ones that you love. Bring peace and be the dove. Transformation calls you now. Be humble and take a bow. It's amazing the strength you gain when you allow the glow of cleansing rain. Weakness is not what sorry entails. Strength is the one who can adjust his sails. Admit that you took the wrong course, tried to sell the cart disguised as the horse, lied to one and all around. Inside your truth can be found. Don't allow the war to go on. Time to rise above a pawn. So, once again, there was in pile 1 stuff about war. Make sure that you go check that out if you feel drawn to that. Time to rise above a pawn. This was written in October of last year. It was actually right after I walked away from somebody that was sitting there telling me they wanted to marry me and all this crap, and I was like, hey, We need to take this slow. We need to we need to get to know each other. We don't even really know each other that well. We need to build a friendship first, that kind of thing. And it struck up this person's insecurities like crazy. And they did some pretty messed up things. One of the things they did was they started sleeping with their ex again. And I was 99.9% sure of it. And 2 days after I left, their ex was in their bed that night. Just as friends, but as their bed partner. Anyway, so you may have some things that you need to apologize for. You may be learning that it's not very fun to hang on to pride. It's not very fun to be alone all because you can't apologize or you can't accept your own ownership of the problems that you have caused around you. And it's time to really apologize. It's time to tell the truth about the lies that you may have told. And also it could be somebody else is getting ready to tell the truth about all the lies that they have told, and they're done hanging on to the pride, and they want to come forward and make you some sort of offer, because they see that you are the one who really was able to do the right thing and make things happen. We have the moth to the flame here. So yeah, you might have attracted a lot of really negative things in the past, and I feel like maybe a lot of your insistence on doing things your way may have attracted a lot of that, and so now you're learning how to just live and let live. Or this other person that may be coming in to make this offer is learning how to live and let live, and they are learning that in doing so they attract a lot of negative things, or in the past in doing those things they attracted a lot of negative things. But I feel like there is a lot of transformation here going on, and a lot of new ways of looking at things, new ways of looking at what leadership is and what it really entails, and how much responsibility and how much ownership it really takes to be a leader. Hope springs from a new source. Believe good things are coming. Glowing up has opened doors. Know your worth and step through. So you're learning how to know your worth. You're learning how to really see the value inside yourself. You're learning how to see that you are a bright light. And that's why you attracted so many negative things in the past. You really brought a lot of hope and inspiration and beauty to the lives of others around you who were living surrounded in darkness. And you are really seeing that good things are coming for your ability to be a leader and to help others through their process of transformation and through their process of integrating and accepting their shadow sides. I feel like you have helped a lot of people integrate and accept their shadow sides. You have really learned how to work with people and how to accept people, and you have really taught people how to accept themselves. Bonding. You didn't choose the branches in your family tree, but you can choose to get to know them better. It seems that there is potential for a budding friendship somewhere in there, and all it will take to get it going is some watering and fertilizer, provided that you don't mind handling a little more family crap. So sidle up at the next horseshoe game or ham roast. I don't know your rituals, and ask some slightly more interesting than average or decidedly personal and borderline invasive questions. You'll be surprised what conversation grows. There's actually people right across the street from me who play horseshoes a lot. There's one of them, he's homeless, and he feels like the meaning of life is to enjoy life. And you know what? He probably didn't have much time to enjoy life growing up. So he enjoys his life now. He lives on the street, but he spends all day playing horseshoes and talking and, things like that. Although he is on meth. Honesty. I communicate honestly with the people in my life, even when that means initiating hard conversations. It's not super comfortable to dredge up old resentments, but it's better to clear the air now than to let them fester into older ones. Besides, they really do need to learn that that's not the way the toilet paper roll should face. So it's time you are learning how to express yourself and how to let out all the old resentments, how to bring up all the old pain and the scars and the hurt and the hardship and the things that people do around you that hurt you. And I feel like in doing this and being more honest, open, vulnerable, you are really creating a lot deeper bonds with the people that are around you. And other people are starting to see where they went wrong. They're starting to see that they were holding on to their pride, their ego, their everything like that. And I feel like they may be wanting to mend those bridges now and fix what has gone wrong. You may be very defensive about people watching you or hearing you or seeing you, things like that. Or you may have been very defensive about expressing things that were going on between a third party situation that may have happened. You may have been very defensive about enjoying your life and enjoying yourself and going out and having fun and celebrating and partying and people watching you and what they were going to think. But you're learning how to let that go now. You're also learning how to express what you need and how to set your boundaries in a proper, appropriate, healthy way. And you are inspiring others to enjoy life more by doing so and to do the same things in their own life. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading, and I would absolutely love to hear what you guys have to say about it in the comments below. And this reading always goes on so long, and I always end up cutting off part of pile 3 because of pile 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading though, and I hope you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye guys. Pile 3. You guys must always need the least amount of help or something, because I always end up with less time for you, and I always end up taking way too long on pile 2. Because I always feel like pile 2 just needs to hear more, you know? So, before I waste a bunch of time talking about this, and I only got like 7 minutes to do your reading, let's get into your reading and what lessons you are learning right now. We have this little temper tantrum throwing dragon thingy. He's very filled with self-pity, hurt, pain, closed off, protecting his heart, things like that. I feel like you're learning how to come to a more calm, peaceful state. I feel like you have been through so much hurt, so much hardship, so much pain, so much tragedy in your life. This rock here is actually one that I found around here, and I put a lot of time into polishing and sanding and getting this side looking absolutely gorgeous, while this side is still just a little bit crusty. I never did quite finish that side, but I kind of liked it because it shows that you have put in so much work to yourself, to polish yourself, to heal yourself, to renew yourself, to really bring out that inner beauty within yourself. You have really worked through a lot to be able to overcome the pain and the hardship that you have went through. You might have to bite the bullet in some way. You're learning how to do that. You also might realize and are learning that you can't take back the bullet. Once you lash out at somebody, once you express something in anger, hurt, or pain, you can't really take it back. All you can do is apologize for what you have done in this situation and move forward. You're learning how to accept yourself and how to accept others around you. And you're also learning how to navigate your emotions and how to navigate the emotions of others around you. You're learning how to open the doors to the hearts of the people around you who may be stuck in this self-pity, this hurt, this pain, this shadow. And it's because you have been through all of this yourself, and you've learned how to overcome it and work your way out of it, so you know how to do that for other people as well. You're really holding a lot together. You've been learning how to hold things together. You've been learning how to grow things patiently, steadily, strongly, and you've really been learning how to mend things. I feel like people in this pile have really been learning how to mend things. I can't love you fully because I don't love myself enough. You're learning that other people, when they can't love you in the right ways and they treat you badly, it's because they are busy not loving themselves, so they can't love you either. T-I-M, Tim, timid, D, L, lit, Milton, N, Nolan, L, Leela, Lily, M.W., Mike Wiskowski, L. You may be somebody who had to spend a lot of time in the shadows of others while everybody took recognition for everything you were doing and kind of shit all over you. E, F, P, left. You may have left a situation where somebody could not love you because they didn't love themselves. You may be figuring this out now. You may even have a chance to reconcile in this situation. Kitty, kitten, mend. Yeah, you may be mending situations that you walked away from in the past because other people could not love themselves fully, and so they were not loving you the same way. Miles, distance, road, party, mind over matter. Oh shit. I have a painting that goes with this. I'm gonna grab it real quick. This here is a painting about divine timing. It's a painting about divine timing. Mi corazón está en tus manos. ¿Dónde está el tuyo? heart is in your hands. Where is yours? Mi corazón está en tus manos. ¿Dónde está el tuyo? Divine timing in all we face. Facing growth to find your place. Now is time to find the key. Open your own heart and you will see. Align yourself with your true power. Strength grows with each new hour. Enjoy the journey. Release the expectation. Don't hold so tight to this situation. Rest at ease and you will see. Inside your own heart is the key. Inside your own heart is the key. There's a key here. There's a heart. There's timing. In your own heart is the key. In your own hands is your own heart. What are you giving your heart to? And try to release expectations. Try to be patient in whatever situation you're facing. We have the hummingbird and we have the camel. You have been through so much. You have been on this journey forever, it seems like. And you have everything within you to be able to continue on this journey with positivity, joy, faith, happiness, trust. You are learning so much. Reprieve and common ground. Every family has a person who takes on more than their fair share of the collective burden. Does this sound like you? Have you been through a gauntlet of physical or emotional chores only to come out feeling like you have nothing left in the mental mop bucket? Consider this a permission slip to take a break. The world will not stop spinning if you take a minute to yourself to work on you. I've had to do a lot of that this last year. And your family won't fall apart if you act like a human instead of a superhero. Even Superman had a fortress of solitude. If he hadn't, we certainly would have found him crying on the bathroom floor. Common ground. I am an open-hearted ambassador to my shy, introverted, or less than likable kin. Our once awkward conversations are no match for the universal small talk stimulant known as common ground. I am willing to look for this common ground, and once we have that to stand on, I am willing to bet standing next to them isn't so bad. This is reminding me of my polyamorous situation, very much so. I wrote a lot about that in the past. Anyway, hardship visits, but soon passes. Cycles of life are never ending. I feel blue without your love. You have a lot to learn. Don't let pride get in the way. So it's time to release your pride. It's time to release your ego. And it's time to focus on how much sadness it brings other people that you aren't in their life. It may bring you a lot of sadness that they aren't in your life, but have you thought about what it brings them that you aren't in their life? But sometimes you have to go on separate journeys on your own to be able to learn how to overcome the hardship yourself, to learn how to end the cycles of the past, and to really learn how to put away the pride and the ego and the hurt and the pain. And everybody who watches Pile 3 always seems to be a massive healer. But healers get to being healers because they go through these cycles and these lessons and they learn these things. They learn these things from having these problems. Everyone has problems sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with admitting that you do sometimes. You may be focused so much on the past and the loss and the hurt and the pain and the sadness that you're not seeing the new beginning right in front of you. But you are learning to deal with all of the shocks, the twists and the turns and the bends in life